Hello, and welcome to part 2 of Workshop Overhaul here at Dusty Workbench.
Workshop Overhaul.
I am going to be working on this part here, this section here. It's about a 4-foot by 8-foot area. And primarily I want to make a storage for all of my hand tools that are kind of like this here. Get rid of this horizontal area because I always stack it up with junk. Because I'm horrible at that. Granted, when I did the wood storage, I had to move a lot of stuff out of the way. So now all my horizontal areas are full of stuff. But yeah, I do need to try and eliminate horizontal areas. And I want some better organization here for my tools. Now, the other thing is for the Ryobi tools that I have here, a friend of mine did make some holders for them with his 3D printer that I asked him to make in a hurry last year because I was planning to do this a whole year ago. Never got around to it. But yeah, so he made these 3D printed holders that I want to use. And yeah, and then of course get everything else reorganized. Probably do something with the chop saw as well. Not sure if I'll keep it the way it is or have it on a cart. I don't know because I didn't make a plan for this section yet. I probably will not because I'm just going to wing it today. Or it'll probably take me a few days, but I'm just going to wing it, make some kind of cabinet, and then try to figure out how I want to organize it properly. Might get rid of a few junk in there as well that I've never touched or hardly ever used. Cleanup is the first task at hand because when I did the wood storage, again, I just pushed everything out on any other horizontal surface. So I will have to clean that up first. I'll do it as a quick hyperlapse just to show you. So it'll only take a few seconds on your end, but I'll be working probably a few hours to get that cleaned out. And then we'll get working on the cabinet. So let's get to it. So in part 1, I cut up a whole bunch of wood from the wood pile, but I did find a whole bunch of other wood that I had to get rid of. And I threw it all here, so I'm gonna have to just chop it up and throw it into the bag here for some more firewood, because some of it I might be able to save a bit of the plywood, but a lot of the other stuff is really all kinds of mishmash of different things that I won't be able to use again. So just gonna cut it up, throw it in there, and use it as a firewood or camp firewood anyways. So let's get to it. Actually got an open space. I got a good 6 feet by at least 7 feet wide area here right now, and if I move the planer out of the way, probably even longer, about 12 feet by 7 feet. I got a huge space. Can't believe it. This is actually starting to work out pretty darn good. Can't wait. Can't wait to get this storage unit done. And then, yeah, gonna keep working on getting this shop organized. I think this one's starting to break up. I think it's getting to its last leg. I don't think it's supposed to make that kind of noise. So I might have to change brands after all. Yeah, that's not sounding too good. Oh well, back to cleaning. Well, it didn't take too long. Get all the garbage out of the way, pile it up over there, but at least this is empty. Now I just need to take off these French cleat hangers and take this apart. I'll leave that part on for now because that's what's holding up the chop saw. The rest I'll take off and get it all prepared then I'll be able to start building the new unit. Coming along pretty quick, a little bit faster than I expected. Cool. Time to take the air compressor down. Not using it very much for shop needs anymore because I do have another compressor I use for the laser, and then I also use it to blow stuff off, and if I really need to use it I can for some tools. So this one's mainly used for when I'm working on the car or on one of the cars. So I'm going to move it more towards the garage door, and yeah. That compressor, it's old. I made a video about if you have one like that and it's leaking air, go check out the video above. I show you step by step. The video I made it a bit too long, but the details are there if you need it on how to take it apart, fix it. Of course, at your own risk. I'm not a mechanic if you're having an issue with your compressor. All right, so I'm going to take it down, and I can take that whole thing down too, I guess, at the same time while I'm up there. And like I said, I'll move that compressor closer to the garage door. Still going to have access to it, but yeah, it's no longer convenient up here. So, see what it can do. So it's been a couple of days since I've cleared all that up, and I was planning to build a cabinet. Changing plan. Got to sort of think things out a little bit more. So I'm actually going to clean all this up here. The chop saw, I will be making a cart for that, probably at a later video. For now, I'm going to take all of that out, and I'm going to be getting rid of some equipment. So I'm going to have to clean those out today. One of them being the planer and the joiner and possibly the dust collector as well. Yeah, so let's get started. Might change the plan as we go along again, but that's the where I'm at this point. So first clean that up, and then I'll probably work on the planer. Yikes! I forgot I had all this kind of junk under here too. Lots of stuff. Lots of stuff. Some jigs, some extra wood, epoxy resin, tiles. You have to move it all out, and I guess I'm going to have to purge some of this because I'm not going to keep it all, that's for sure. I don't know if that was caught in high speed, but yeah, I kind of figured I should have taken that off before banging around. Alrighty, let me see if I broke anything. Unplugged. I don't want to jam my fingers. I don't think it broke anything. It didn't fall down directly. There we go. Seems to be all in working order. I don't see anything cracked. It should be fine. Can't get to it here very well, but everything seems to be okay. Whew. Heavy sucker. All right, I'm going to lock it. So I'll get my fingers jammed. There we go. Now, move it over to the side. There. Okay, so actually I can take this one out. It's going to be a bit darker. That's a light. Get this out of the way. So I'm going to take this off. I'll shut the power off just in case. Voila. Got a clear wall or semi-clear wall. Just got to get the screws out and tape off here. And we got something we can work with. Again, unfortunately, I changed plan again. So from the original plan at the beginning of the video. So now I'm going to do the whole wall differently. Second plan or newest plan is to make or get cabinets. I'm not sure if we're going to make them or if I can find used cabinets like kitchen cabinets or garage cabinets. See if I can find something that's decent. If not, then I'll make them. But essentially, I'm just going to have upper cabinets going to about this height here. Waist height for me, whatever that might be. And so it's kind of going to be kind of weird because I'm going to have smaller ones here because I do have the track for the garage door that's in the way. I'm going to work on the planer because I do want to sell that. It's too big for my needs, if I even need it at all anymore for the projects that I plan to do. So I'm going to get rid of it. If anything, if I do need a planer in the future, I'll probably just get one of those portable planers that I can store underneath one of the cabinets or something like that. So I'm going to get that ready. There is a cylinder that needs to be changed, one of the pressure cylinders. We'll see how much they are. So let's get it apart and see what we have. So as you can see, it's pretty dusty, the planer. This is a planer Moulder. It's a 13-inch from King Industrial. So it can also not only plane, but it can also make molding, like trim or door molding or window molding. And that's actually what it was used for. I bought this used, and the previous owner was actually making trim molding. That was part of his business, hardwood trim or wheelwood trim molding. And this is the machine he was using. So it did a lot of work, and it's still doing a lot of work, except when because they were always doing that trim, it did wear out one of the cylinders or the rollers, I guess, the rubber rollers at the back end is worn out or chewed up. And I've been using it, but it's just been getting a little bit worse and worse over the years that I've had it. First, we'll take the top off and we'll take a look inside. Okay, we'll take the top off part, 10 millimeter socket. I'm just putting it on the drill here. Take this blast gate. Take this blast gate off. Again, if I haven't mentioned it before, do not buy these plastic cheap blast gates. Go with the steel, metal blast gates with self-cleaning, because these suck. You can't even close them after a little while. They get full of sawdust inside, and just try to clean it out and it just doesn't work. So just don't buy them. All right, we'll take these off. Missing a bolt there, and there's one just on the back end here. Hopefully I can reach it. Yeah, like so. That was quick and easy. And then we have our blades here, and the rubber roller is back there. We got a steel one at the front. Try to take some pictures of that. And this is just a plastic piece. I think it's just mainly to keep the sawdust control. And yeah, we'll get that changed. Definitely needs a good cleaning. It's all gummed up here. I think I used it with this stained cedar boards that I had. So yeah, time to clean that up. Anyways, and I'll see how hard it's going to be to take out that wheel, or that roller, and and to change it, because this is welded in, so we can't get it from here. I might have to lower that to get to it. We'll see. I'll try to get the best images I can. Of course, not everybody has this type of planer, so it'll be very different than most people. But we'll see where it goes or how far I get. Okay, so I have it all open, and it looks like I might have to take the side panel off to get to the chain drives that are on this side that drives the. Of course, you have the main drive going to the cylinder, to the blades, I should say, and then there's chains that are going to the rollers here, that or the feeders. So I think I just have to take that side panel off so I can get to the chain, take the chain off. Then I think it might just be a matter of taking these nuts off of here for the tensioners, and it might just drop down from what I can see. It might help if I, took a couple of minutes and looked on the computer to see if there was a manual, but, what's the fun in that? We're just going to wing it. Let's see what we do, see what I can break. Okay, first I'll take this little cap off here where you can actually change the gears for the speed. Very simple plastic cap. Voila. And you can see there's chains in there for the rollers. I'm just going to take this panel off. It's just a sheet metal, and for that I need the Allen wrench. There's 2 bolts on this, 2 screws on that side and 2 on that side. Hopefully I have the right size. Here we go, standard one. Should be able to just slide this out. Woo! Bit of sawdust in there. Or more like wood chips. Okay. So there's the chain. Not sure if it's supposed to be that loose. Never had any problems, so it might be okay if it's that loose. So as I mentioned, I think it probably has to be loose so that you can have some play with it. Yeah, so from what I can see, the only thing that's holding it up is this thing. And once I get it off, I might be able to just pop the chain off. I don't have to take the whole bearing, the sprocket off, or take the chain apart. Hope not. Anyways, so let me just take that off and see what happens. And this is a 17 millimeter. Whoa. Oh, very fast. Maybe I should hold on. Oh, not too bad. So it looks like I need to take the sprocket off because that's the only thing that seems to be holding it. I can't get enough play because these bolts are too long. And it's, I'm not sure what you call it, a spring clip or a ring clip that fits in a groove just near the tip of the shaft. So I'll have to take that out. And there's there's a little key in there, of course. Don't want to lose that because that's usually something I always lose. But I do have a tool for that, or I'll just see if I can just pop it off with a screwdriver. Okay, so I'll put one in the hole here. Got a little pin one, that's perfect. I wish I had 2 of those. There we go, I got it off. Now if you can see, I hope you can see that in camera. I might be able to zoom in, but it's just one of these little, I'll put it that way. One of those little things. Again, I don't know the exact term. And now, this guy is not working. So take that one off too. Take these off. That might just slide off with it. Again, manual would have helped. Again, there's no fun in that. I know you can change these gears because it's in the pictures. You can switch them around if you wanted to. I was thinking it should just slide off. Maybe not. Not sure if there's just some steel burrs on there, or if I need to get the persuader out. I didn't push the start button hard enough for the camera, but I just used the screwdriver and I was able to just pry it out. It wasn't too bad, just have to jiggle, jiggle, jiggle. There's a little, and I have to just remember the ring there. And yeah, so that's loose, so I just need to get this one out of the way. There we go. Key's still in there. There's how's the gear. Grab the key for that one. I think it's called a key. That's what I call it anyways. Come on. Yeah, got it. Hate it when I lose those. Okay. Now, the moment of truth. See if I can get you guys closer here. Now, there we go. So these two should come off. Ah! And then the whole thing falls down. Of course. All right. Don't lose the spring. Not so bad. Okay, so that took like, without a manual, took about 15 minutes to get this out. I should apologize for the lighting. You know, with the shop being all deconstructed, I have just spotlights and things like that. So, yeah. This is the cylinder I was talking about. That's, of course, all mangled up on this end, and it's kind of, I think it's, yeah, it's like thicker on this end compared to the other. And now these things just come off, so that's nice and easy. I just have to take that ring off and slide that off. So it'll be pretty easy to change. Of course, I already have it out. Now I just have to see how much it will cost to buy a new cylinder and how long it'll take to get here. Well, I'm going to call it the end of this video. I didn't get as far as I had planned. I was going to clean this all up and get it back together, but again, taking it apart, looking at the pricing for the roller, I have some decisions to make before I move ahead to just closing it up. So that's going to be a video for the next year, coming very soon. And yeah, so I'm hoping, yeah, so I'm planning that in the new year, I'll be making the storage unit and overhauling the whole shop, and it'll be like one after the other, pretty much is the plan. So I do hope you come back for that. I really appreciate it if you made it this far into the video. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. You know, that means I think you like it, so you can hit that like button. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel so that when I come back, we will start really seeing some progress on the workshop. Because taking everything apart, you know, took up most of this week. Before the holidays, a lot of other things happening, so didn't get as far as I wanted. But yeah, coming back, we're going to get right to it and get the shop fixed up. And of course, happy holidays and happy new year to all of you. And we'll see you in the new year. Take care.